All right, you guys. For those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Jade Hooper. I am your diamond leader. And that means if I can get to diamond, being the mess that I am, you can too make incredible income with this business because I'm hot messing it hardcore up in here right now. Okay. We are in the heat of summer. Are you guys, do your guys' kids out yet? Anybody's kids out? My kids got out like 2 weeks ago. I know some of you guys are having field day right now. Tell me in the chat. Tell me where you're tuning in from. But we are full summer now. We're swimming at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're doing the things. We're going to talk about that too. And I do want to give you guys a space to ask some questions too. Through this, depending on how long I talk, which we already know I'm going to talk for a long, long time because that's just what I do. But I hope that this is impactful. So what I want you guys to do, hi Kylie, what I want you guys to do for me is do me a favor. I want you to drop your favorite emoji in the chat because I can see some people, but I can't see everybody. So drop me like your favorite emoji. It can't be the poop and it can't be the middle finger. The F word is my favorite word too, but it kills the vibe. Okay. So you guys just drop that in the chat. If I say something that you're like, dang, you know what I mean? Like that kind of shows me that, yup, like you're feeling it. Okay. So, really quick, I want to run through some very quick things about June, and then we're gonna like dive into some really good hardcore stuff. If you guys didn't see it, how many of you guys got my email today? Email is really tricky because I'm trying to find my email from myself today in my own inbox, and I'm not seeing it. I was gonna use that as like my guide here just a little bit. I think I sent it this morning. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? There we go. Okay. Oh, I can't. I have to open up my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as like a guide really quick, just because I did put all of the June announcements. First thing that I want to say to you guys to make sure, I want to make sure that you guys, when you are running your order this month, if it's over 149, so it's just like your happy juice, that you guys are going to view in browser. Okay. That you guys are using the Happy Cup promo code. Okay, so let me just share my screen and we'll kind of run through this together. And then if you guys have any questions, let me know. So this is the email that I sent today. Okay, so if you didn't see it, just go search. It's probably in your spam. That open percentage rate was so low. Okay, so this is just like our team newsletter. So it is June. Okay, if you guys saw this, this is just launch steps. Okay, just so you know. For new brand partners, it's just a welcome to the team, gets them in the team page, gets them the boards app. Follow me on Facebook. I would love to be your best friend. And just being excited. I send this to every single one of my new brand partners just to give them a little bit something. So if you guys want that link, I can put it in the team page and you guys can send that to your new brand partners too. How many of you guys have kids? Or dogs? Or a husband that takes up a lot of time? Anything that's going to allow us to work smarter, not harder. That is my goal. Okay. So reminder for the call today, but this is a big thing right here is the Happy Cup promo. So this is for everybody, new and existing customers. Okay. Brand partners. You guys can get this cute stinking cup. I have one glass cup like this and Ryan sent it to me as a sweet, sweet gift. And they're amazing, you guys. This is so good for content, so good for taking pictures, and it's a glass cup. Like this is really good quality, and it says happy as a habit. So what you have to do is, Alicia, you had to create a new subscribe and save, right? How did you get it on there? Or do we not want to know? Are you trying to unmute or are you typing? I think it was like a little rigmarole. You never got it to work, really? Okay, well, you're supposed to go ahead and just put Happy Cup on there and it's going to work, okay? So what I want you guys to know is right now, starting from the first yesterday until the 15th, when someone purchases Happy Juice or any of our packs, we can waive their fee to become a brand partner, okay? One of the things that I love about Amare is that we have an advertising like funnel, and this is a part of our funnel. Own this from the 1st to the 15th of every single month. When you use the promo code welcome, waives the fee to become a brand partner. How can you use this? anytime you are talking to someone, even if it's just about the products, okay, ask them, do you want to become, do you want to drink this as just a customer or would you want to be a brand partner? Basically, it allows you to become an affiliate and you can make money with this just like I do. And nine times, like they'll say, well, what does that mean? I have a script in the board when they say like, well, what's the difference between being a customer to brand partner? There is a script for that, just so you guys know it works for me every time. And nine times out of 10, they become a brand partner. Okay, so they just use that. And then we have the Happy as a Habit cup. This is a very big thing too for those of you guys that have been a brand partner from November back. Okay, this right here. We have a customer comeback deal. This is only for customers. Okay, this is huge. Any customer that has not placed an order since before December, so November of last year and on, they have a promo code MISSYOU20 and they will get 20% off their next order of only $50 and above. This is the perfect time to reach out to your old customers and say, listen, I have a new cortisol challenge going. I have a new weight loss summer pack. I am working right now on you guys are hopefully you love this, a like PDF workbook, ebook type of thing. So when someone purchases the transformation pack, you can send it to them. And it's like 20 pages long. It'll give them a few recipes, a tracker, track their water, like help them get really good results. And the same thing for Happy Juice as well. Okay, so we're gonna have that as a tool for your team. This is the last month to qualify for the Path to Paradise trip. Along to qualify for Cabo, you also can earn your convention room at Disney. You can earn your gala ticket. There's other rewards that you can earn along the way. And this is the last month. And also, we have a re-rank points. So let's say you promoted to silver in November, and then let's say in January you weren't able to maintain. If you re-rank your rank, you're going to be able to get the re-rank points back for that. Okay, which is so awesome. So this is for our trip in Mexico. And then we did some shout outs. Here's our top enrollers from last month. You guys, Haley, I just want to say Haley's brand freaking new. This is what we call ignorance on fire. Okay, that is where you want to be. How many of you guys have done this for a long time and you're like, girl, sometimes knowing things sucks because you just like overthink absolutely everything, right? So, congratulations to Haley, Paula, Ruby, Courtney, Brianna, Madison, Courtney 2.0, Sunny, Hannah, and Becky. Becky actually enrolled 10, so she's technically like higher up on the list, but some of them were through her secondary account. Just so you guys know that when you build our business, not only can you do it for yourself, you can also enroll your spouse and you can make double the income. So I'm a diamond leader, Will is a leader. And we're able to make double the income, which I love so much. Okay. And then I also put some incredible testimonies in here from some of our top enrollers, our top leaders. And so I want you guys to be able to check that out. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on any of the promotions or anything like that before we move on? Oh, shiitake. Where did that go? Give me a second. Nope. Put it in the chat if you have a question, and I might hear a child screaming. I might have to go for just a second. All right, let me see if you guys have any questions. Are we good? Are we gravy? Are we good? Yes. Oh, yeah, and it's Sunny's first month too. It is also Sunny's first month. I just want you guys to know, like, I think that sometimes this is kind of like perfect for what we're talking about tonight, but like, you guys, I want to just shake you out of your comfort zone tonight. That is what I want you to do. Tonight is about stepping into the highest version of yourself. And we're going to talk about that. So, yes, Sunny, girl, we're so proud of you. So, give me 2 seconds. I need to go check a kid. Give me 2 seconds. Mom life. Okay, give me uno momento, por favor. Hold on. Okay, everything's fine. We're all good. Okay. All right, you guys. So, becoming her, you, okay? Shifting your energy, stepping into your identity, and showing up like the woman who's already living the life that she desires. I want to ask you guys like a really like bold question, and I want you to put this in the chat if you're willing, okay? If you knew, how many of you guys are here because you want to make money? Some of you are here because you like the community, and that's awesome because we've got like the best community ever. But how many of you guys are here for the money? Like legit, that's why I started my business. I was like, I mean, there was a point I was like, I don't care about the products. Now, did I fall in love? I didn't even fall in love. There's like no words to that's a sketchy cloud. Or was it supposed to tornado? I live in the South, guys, and it has been crazy as heck here. Okay, no. Um, I can't even begin to describe the impact that Happy Juice has made on my life. And I'm really, really proud to say that. How many of you guys can say that these products have like done something for you as a mom, as a wife, as a woman, as a human being? I lived with debilitating anxiety my entire life to where there were months at a time that I was not able to leave my house. I was not able to go to my daughter's eye appointments. She had 4 eye surgeries and almost went blind, and I have not gone to one of her doctor's appointments. Not one. Because I couldn't, because my anxiety was so bad. It ruled my life. And after 4 months of drinking Happy Juice, my anxiety disappeared. I literally feel like I'm learning how to walk for the first time because I asked myself, why didn't I do this before? I'm living an open life in a way that I've never been able to live. However, and guys, we are so lucky to say that. I just want you to know, like there are people out there. How many of you guys have seen a TikTok where they're like, "Oh yeah, this thing is like the best thing ever." And you're like, and you bought it and you're like, "This is so dumb." The amount of things I have this massaging eye mask, stupid. I bought this one drink thing, tastes like crap. Some sort of pants that were supposed to be amazing, they were horrible. They were itchy, and I'm like, they're lying. We don't have to lie. We truly get to walk in and embody these products that have impact us. Okay? And we get to leverage our story, share our story, and it's valuable. Okay. Now, I want to ask you guys if you knew that you could not mess it up, that it was just going to happen. It was just going to happen. Everything was going to happen. It was all going to come together. What is it that you guys would want to have with your business? What rank would you want to be? If you don't memorize the ranks, how much money would you like to make with this business? How much would not just change your life, but every time we got paid, it would give you the chills and you just like wouldn't even be able to handle yourself? How much would that be if it was just already done? If David Chung, our owner, who is literally the most incredible man, I just can't wait for you guys to get to know him better, and Ozma, we are so, I've been led by horrible leaders. One of them, I swear to God, was like Dexter's twin, if you guys have ever seen the show. uh, we are so lucky for what we have. $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $3,000 a month, 10, yes, Amanda, $5,000, $5,000, 4K, Lisa, diamond, yes, girl, diamond, gold. Diamond is $16,000 a month, $4,000, 16, platinum, diamond, okay, $5,000, okay? I'm gonna give you guys the steps tonight. I'm gonna talk about something that might make some of you guys pucker your butt a little bit because it's something that has been talked badly about. I don't know why, but I do know why, okay? I want to teach you guys something. When I I was a hairstylist and I worked at a salon and I was a salon manager and then I worked at a spa. And when I was going to cosmetology school, Will decided that he wanted to take me on a camping trip. We lived in Illinois and I had to drive to Wisconsin. I had never driven that far in my life. Fun fact, I was crying through the iPass, which is like the whatever the toll thing where you don't have to give money. And then I hit a bird and it exploded on my car and I didn't have iPass, so I was freaking out and thought I was going to get arrested and it was horrible. But anyways, I left school early that day because we had a test, and then I left school early, school early. Well, did you know that on that day of school, we learned how to do men's haircuts? We learned how to do men's haircut that Thursday and Friday. I missed those days. Can you guys tell me what the very first cut that I had at the salon on my very first day was? Was it a men's cut? Sure was. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was a man, obviously, and he came and he sat in my chair and I said, "What do you want today?" He said, "I want a haircut. I want a two and a this and finger length on top." And I was like, "Okay, give me a minute." And I went in the back and I looked at the girl, her name was Marguerite, and I said, "I don't know what I'm doing." And she goes, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." And she's like, "You got to, I mean, it's your client. You got to take him. You can't refuse him. So go for it." I took his chair. I turned it to the side, AKA he couldn't see himself in the mirror at all. And I cut his hair. I didn't even wash it. I forgot because I was so scared. I cut it. I spun him around, cut the front, cut the sides, whatever. He never looked in the mirror one time. Took off his cape and I said, "You're done. That'll be 20 bucks." He didn't look at his face one time. When I was in school, the one thing that they taught us was that girls, you are learning the foundation here, the bare basics, and you are going to have to fake it till you make it. You are going to have to show up and you're going to put a smile on and you're going to nod and you're going to feel like you're dying inside and you're going to have to just fake that confidence. Because the true confidence, you guys, confidence is a muscle that is inside of your body. It is a muscle. And it has to be exercised. It has to be worked out. And the only way that you can work out that muscle is through getting the heck out of your comfort zone. How many of you guys have gotten to a point in your life where you are like, the thing that is comfortable to me is not even comfortable anymore? My comfort zone is not even comfortable anymore. And having what I want is also extremely uncomfortable. So now I'm just like, nothing's comfortable. And it kind of makes me anxious all the time. That is the perfect place that you want to be. I'm going to ask you guys to be willing. I'm going to give you steps. Hopefully they're in order because I thought that they were. I'm going to give you steps tonight. And at some point there was someone that told you, "Well, you shouldn't have to fake it till you make it." What do you mean? How many of you guys are moms? I don't know about you, but like truly, other than my little sister, my mom had a baby when I was 21 because she forgot how to get pregnant and that's what happened. But other than her, I had never held a baby for an extended period of time in my life. I had 5 pound, 8 ounces of Levi, probably smaller than this bottle of dry shampoo. He was like a little lawn gnome, and they handed him to me and they said, "Take him home and you will keep him alive." And I said, "The trust, the trust." I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my God. I remember I was in the shower and I got out and I was telling off. This is TMI, but we're all friends here, right? And I called Will. I was screaming for Will because I thought the ceiling was leaking. And it was my boobs because I was breastfeeding and they were just dripping on my legs and I thought it was the ceiling. You know what I mean? We have to show up and puke and rally and show up and embody this version of us of who we want to be. That anxiety, that anxiousness that you have inside of you, you guys, that feeling, that like tickle, it's not fear and it's not excitement. It is whatever it is that you decide that it gets to be. That feeling, that like, oh God, how many of you, like, there are people who go down roller coasters and hate their lives, and there's people who go down roller coasters and that adrenaline lights their soul on fire. And you actually can get yourself into a point that that is a choice. How many of you guys would like to have that power over your body, over your decisions? That's what this is about. Okay? Are you feeling me? Are you following me? Okay? So, just like I was saying, step number one, identity first, results second. You do not wait for the results to feel confident. You decide who you are and your business aligns with that reality. How does that happen? I'm going to use Courtney Grutza for a second. Okay. Courtney enrolled a year ago. She was a leader from another company who had fallen and her checks were very, very low. And when she came, she was like, I'm not making anything. She also had zero help, zero guidance. There was no one else really like to help and guide her. So when she partnered with me, like, I'm here to help you. Okay. I will invest in you and whatever much you'll take and do. Okay. And so we went and looked at her social media, and her Instagram had like no views. Her TikTok, I don't know. She had two TikToks, two Instagrams, two Facebooks. She was sending out 100 messages a day, and it was just all spaghetti thrown everywhere. And there wasn't hardly any enrollments coming in. Nothing was really moving and happening. And she goes, this doesn't really like work for me. So I'm doing all this. And I said, the first thing that I need you to do is, not only do I need you to be open to the thought that all of this can be completely different, I need you to just be willing to believe. You guys, sometimes, how many of you guys, like, you'll go make a dream board or you'll have an idea, I want to make that $5,000 a month. I want to make $10,000 a month. If everything would come together, no doubt, but when you start to think of it, all of a sudden you're like, but how is that going to happen? How am I going to get from here to there? And what if it doesn't happen and none of my content goes crazy and my husband completely, annoys me all the time about me working my business, and I'm too fat, I'm too thin, and I'm too young, and I'm too skinny, and I'm too old, and I have 12 kids that live in a shoe, and you just talk yourself down. How many of you guys have done that? Okay. The one thing that I said to her is that I just need you to be willing to believe. I am willing to believe. You don't have to believe it 100%, but willing to believe it will shift you enough. Do you guys, come on, how many of us drive? I hope everybody, I would think. I mean, maybe. When you drive, you're going a straight line. But if you just turn the wheel a little bit, eventually you're off the road, right? It's a 1% shift and your ass is going in a completely different direction. It's truly just like that with this business. Freaking out's this way, but I'm willing to believe in more. It makes, to you, you're like, oh, it's not enough, but that's enough to completely change the direction of what you're going. So I want you guys to be willing to believe that you can have more. So I said, I need you to be willing to believe that you can have more. And I'm going to teach you how to have a Black Friday business. That means messages coming in, so many messages that like you can't even keep up with them, honestly. And she's like, okay. One of the things that I love about Courtney, you guys, if you want to just change your life, I didn't have anybody helping me. So, but I'm not the norm. Most people end up quitting and aren't willing to figure it out on their own. I'm resilient. I am the Saturn of vehicles. My first car was a Saturn. It was plastic. Okay. I'm resilient, so I don't give up. So here I am. But as a leader, if you are excited, willing, and coachable, not, oh, all the skills, super pretty, really skinny, like the newest phone. No, 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 no. I just need you to be excited, willing, and coachable, and we can change everything. Courtney literally, like, if I say jump, she says how high. So she was in. She was willing to believe. And so we started to do things that she was like, this doesn't make any sense to me, but like, okay. And she did it. And now, do you know, either yesterday or today, where is she at? Where are we at? Mind you, she's got two very rambunctious, crazy little boys, momming it because her husband works. She sent me a picture tonight of her looking like how I felt inside. And do you know, her Instagram just hit 15,000 followers. Her Instagram is reaching 1.5 million people per month. On her one reel, she got over 150,000 views because she trusted and she was willing to believe. So when you are willing to believe, that shift helps you take the pressure off yourself to show up. Okay? The next thing I told her is, I need you to show up as the version of you who's already doing it. If your stuff was already viral, if you already had a team of people, if you already were making $10,000 a month, how would you show up? I remember when I started my business, I saw these people that were bronze and I was like, oh my God. Oh, God, they're badasses. It's so I can't wait to be bronze. Oh, like, do you guys ever do that? You look at people, presidentials, you're like, God, they must just wake up and like their air smells like money. Like, oh, Beck's driving like a fancy Lexus, and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. You know what I mean? You see that? And then I would see people who were gold, and I was like, God, I cannot wait. Gold is, for those of you guys that are new, gold is a guaranteed income of $2,000 a month. Two freaking $1,000. That was more than I was making at the salon. And I was like, oh my God, what it would feel like to make $2,000 a month. And I waited. And I was like, man, is gold ever gonna happen? Because I would love to feel like that. What I was doing is I was waiting for the results to come first so I could feel that way. But what I realized is that I had to walk like a duck, talk like a duck, then I would become the dang duck. That is how this works. My grandparents, how many of you guys were raised by your grandparents? I sure as heck was. And my grandma would say things like, oh, she thinks she's all that. Ugh, you know what I mean? And like, oh, those people. And so I never wanted to stand out and act like I knew what I was doing because I thought that people who knew me were going to judge me. She's not like that. Who does she think she is? Those thoughts are the reason why 99.9% of people in the world are struggling, stay small. How's that working for you? How is that thinking working for you? It's keeping you where you are now. So we have to decide who we are and we have to shift, okay? Number 2, energetic cleanup. What thoughts, stories, and habits are leaking your power? Let's cut the noise and claim your energy back. And you guys can tell me in the chat, what are, if you guys have ever had a conversation with me and you're like, I want to get XYZ results, the first thing that I say to you is, we've got to stop the bad habits. I won't say her name. She can claim it if she wants. But at the end of the month, there was someone who was pushing for bronze and she was far away. And she did not, I mean, it maybe wasn't going to happen. She needed like 12, 13 people. And she said to me, and I'm going to tell you guys this, I'm going to tell you this. Boss babes, women who are making 4,000, 5,000, women who are making a full-time income with this, you do not do this. I'm going to tell you right now. She said to me, I just need a minute. It was Madison. It was Maddie. She said, I just need a minute. I'm gonna go listen to worship music. I just need like a minute. It's like not gonna happen. And then she just started to melt down. She was like, because like all these things and my kids and I'm a single mom and all these things and like this isn't gonna happen. And what if this doesn't happen? And she just imploded. How many of you guys have done this? We all have done this. I think I spent the first 6 months of my business here bawling my eyes out. Truly. Okay. And I said to her, no. We are not going to do that. Now, I'm not telling you not to listen to worship music, but I think you're going to pick up what I'm dropping here, okay? The last thing in the minute, I'm sorry, the last thing that you need in the minute when you don't feel worthy is to sing about how you're not worthy, because that's not fair. What you need is to gather yourself together, breathe, breathe air, okay? Collect yourself. Remember that you would not even be here if you were not meant to be successful. That's what I told her. We don't need to ask God for anything. You wouldn't even have been here if you weren't supposed to be delivered. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you believe in, you wouldn't even be here. So what are we asking for? Like, are you sure? What do you mean, are you sure? Why would you even, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I said, we're going to get together. We're going to go put on some Les Brown and we're going to go get hungry. We're going to get it freaking together. You're going to get your crap together and you're going to keep going. And you guys want to know my magical secret? I promise you, I swear to God, if any of you guys do this, you're going to come to me one day. You're going to be speaking on stage at convention and you're going to say, Jade Hooper told me when I was barely even a brand builder that I observed. You guys want to know how I led myself? I had no leader. I have leaders here, but the first 10 years of my business, I had nobody. Les Brown, John Maxwell, whoever was telling me that it was possible for me on YouTube, those were my leaders. I had to seek them. Okay? It was a choice that I seeked them. What I observed to the other people that weren't making it was that in the moment that things got hard and tough and scary and I don't know, they did the I need a minute. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow. I'm gonna just start again next month. I observed that. And do you know how far they got? Not far. Not far. Not far. And it was bad habits for their teams too. It was in those moments when other people would quit that I pushed. I would cry. I would be like, I mean, literally. And it was always on like a Wednesday and a Thursday. I don't know why. Those were the days that I felt like the biggest failure was Wednesdays and Thursdays. And it didn't matter if I was making $30,000 a month, y'all. Like I felt like a failure if I wasn't enrolling, but I kept going. And I would literally be laying in bed messaging. My eyeballs would be going cross because I was like, come hell or high water, I'm not failing at this. And it was the messages that I sent in those moments where I thought that I was going to quit or that everybody else would have quit. That's when I planted the seed to the person who enrolled with me 1 month later that changed my business. It's when I enrolled the people that changed my business. There's a magical moment when your energy, have you guys ever like thrown a stone or something like something into water and you see like the ripple and then it hits something and it kind of comes back? That's how your energy is. So if you're like, it's not gonna work and everybody hates me and no one likes me, blah, blah, and like that's what goes out and comes back. But if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out. This is gonna change my life and I don't care what it looks like right now. I trust and have faith. That's what comes. Okay. So where do you need to clean up your energy? We all feel sorry for ourselves, but feel sorry and move anyways. Stop picking up the phone and calling your mom or your best friend and complaining about your business and what's not working for you. Stop talking about it with your dang husband. He already has his panties in a bunch that you're doing the business. Why are we talking to him about something that he's going to be like, why are you doing it anyways? We know who to talk to. How many of you guys know that if you need someone to talk crap with right now, you know exactly who to call because they will do it with you and they will love it? How many of you guys know who to call if you need someone to make you feel better? Clean up who you're talking to. Clean up what you're talking about. Become a volt. Don't go there. My mom asked me about someone today, and I said, oh, I talked to them like a month and a half ago. And she's like, you didn't tell me. I said, because I didn't have anything to say. For what? For why? You know? Okay. All right. Number three. I already said this. Act like her before you see her. Start your day asking, what would she do? Would she scroll? Would she create? Would she shrink? Or would she speak? I'm gonna like, I wish this wasn't the answer, but I feel like an idiot all the time. I literally have multi-million dollar trophy. Oh, my light died. Multi-million dollar trophies behind me. Okay. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but money is not going to be the thing that makes you confident. It's the habits that you have and the muscle that you build. That is what makes you confident. I swear to God, if one of the boys in my house slams the dang door next to my girls' beds, I'm gonna lose my mind. Can you guys hear them slamming? I like just so rough with everything. My goodness. Hold up. I forgot I have a little light next to me. If I can plug it in. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Okay. You see me a little better? Okay. She would create. You are a creator. What would you do? There's going to be that little voice in the back of your mind that tells you that you're stupid. It's always going to be there. Like you're always going to be too much this and too little that. What if you just love yourself exactly the way you are and know that there is only one you and that you are meant to be successful exactly how you are? And everybody who's watching you that you think is judging you isn't even thinking about you when they are judging you. They are judging themselves. When my sister tells me that she runs 5 miles a day, I'm like, oh God, Why would you do that? I would never. I would never. That's about me, right? Everybody's just a walking mirror. So you need to own who you are and start showing up as the version of you. If you are already making $4,000 a month, if you had 50 people on your team that were looking at you for how to do this, how to build, how to go, how to act, how would you be? That's how you want to act. Number four, your environment matters. This is so freaking big. Who and what you surround yourself with will either activate you or distract you. Audit your circle, curate your feed, and protect your vibe. First thing I want to tell you guys, how many of you guys have seen someone doing another company? How many of you guys have seen someone that was with another company that left to go do another company? Then you've got someone talking about how they're doing TikTok shop. There will always be 6,000 bajillion million different opportunities to make money. Always. And there's probably more being built every single day. Go ask ChatGPT for 1,000 different ways that you could make money at home. It will tell you. Okay? Do you know what I do? I am not in the business of trying to make myself feel bad. I'm not in the business of trying to make myself insecure. So I delete, block, unfollow, whatever it is. I protect my peace. Okay? It's like driving in dense fog. Would you on purpose drive in fog? Would you on purpose choose if, the universe said to you, like, Jade, would you like to drive today on a straight path, smooth road, sunny skies, 74 degrees, perfection? Or would you like to drive on the slickest ice going down a mountain? What would you choose? Okay? You get to choose that. So choose who you're talking to, choose the conversations, choose. I have people who are in business with really good friends and they're really, really, really focused, and their friend is like not. And I've said to them, right now in this season, I give you permission to separate business from friendship and focus on your family and your finances. Doesn't mean you're going to ignore them and leave them in the dust, but focus on you, because the habits that they are doing and the things that they are talking about and the road that they are going are going to connect the dots to them not having success in the business that you are trying to create. Okay? I want you to, like the monkeys, plug your ears. I can't hear you. What? You said I'm pretty? Oh my God. Thank you. I don't know. I don't understand me. And this? What? No, I can't see what you're. When someone sends me something, I literally delete it. Like, oh, something's drama gone. No, absolutely not. Find you people like Paula. Paula sends me inspirational quotes of like amazing things. Find you people who, when they're on TikTok, they're just flinging like amazing, you can do it, inspirational, empowering, whatever's. And if you don't have anybody, go be that for yourself. Go be that for you. Just like I said, I had nobody when I started my business. I was raised by cranky people. Everybody was broke. They all thought I was stupid. Didn't talk to them. I literally had 152 Facebook friends. All of them were from the town of Marengo, Illinois, whom literally made fun of what I did. I did not talk to them. I kept my head down. I kept my blinders on. I put a smile on my face. I believed in where I was going. I showed up like the girl and the woman that was going to make $2,000 a month to change her life. I showed up well before it ever happened, and I went. And I didn't care what you said didn't work and what wasn't going to happen for me. And I kept going because I knew that this was for me. I will always be your biggest cheerleader, but I will also not just tell you what it is that you want to hear, just so you know. Okay. Number five, decide what you are no longer available for. No more apologizing. No more explaining. No more waiting for someone to choose you. Okay? I was talking to my mom today and she asked me when the last time I talked to my best friend was. And I said, I haven't. And she said, why? And I said, because I'm sick and tired of being the person that calls first. It's insecure energy. It's fear of being alone. It's fear of not being worthy. It's fear of not being enough. And I am not a pick me girl. I pick me. You pick you. I have 1,000 bajillion seats at my table. You are already enough. Stop saying you're sorry for why you're here. Stop being worried that you're gonna bother someone on social media. Who freaking cares? They're gonna unfollow you anyways. What if they screenshot me and make fun of me? Who gives two craps? Go message them and ask them to give you $4,000 a month then. Okay, Jessica, you don't like what I'm doing? Here's my Venmo. I will like a deposit of 4K each and every month. Thank you. And they're gonna be like, what are you even talking about? I don't have $4,000 a month to give you. Exactly. Pay my mortgage then for me. Linda, they're not gonna do it. Okay? And if this hits, you guys, I want you to start doing personal development if you have not ever. Business empowerment development. So, not necessarily spiritual, okay, but empowering of who you are, what you're meant to be. Really step into that. That kind of gets into like the masculine energy, okay? Number 6, create before you consume. This is a habitual. Okay. Your future self, that version of you that's making that 4,000, 10,000, $16,000 a month, creates content, conversations, and makes money. Okay. So this really goes back to you need to keep the main thing the main thing. Okay. When Beck, it's about showing up with intention. When Beck shows up, she knows what she's doing. You guys, we don't get paid to stop sending happy birthdays to people for the love of all things. You don't make money. Did any of those happy birthday people buy from you? Like, stop it. You don't, it doesn't make you a bad, I've never said happy birthday to anybody unless I actually knew who they were. Stop it. It's about income producing activities. How many of you guys are busy? Yes? Kids, tell me how many kids you have. Tell me. Are you busy? You have kids? Like, whatever. I want to tell you guys something. I am a stay-at-home mom, but I'm a work-from-home mom. So that means that it's not time for me to do laundry when it's time for me to work. It's not time for me to clean when it's time for me to do work. There's a time and a place for that. Okay? There's a time and a place for me to watch movies. There's a time and a place for me to do those things. But when I show up with intention. I am so intentional that I am doing coaching conversations when I'm in the shower, when I'm going to the bathroom. Like I am double dipping in every little nook and cranny that I possibly can because I know the version of me that is making the money that I want to make isn't using the time that I don't have as an excuse. I'm not using my kids as an excuse. I'm not using me being tired as an excuse. I'm trusting and believing that no matter what, it is happening for me. And so I am showing up and I am trusting it. Can you guys do that? If you need to delete Netflix for the next 90 days, do it. And you want to know what's crazy? You're going to be like, Jade, what's your guilty pleasure? Someone tell me. Anybody. Jeanette, you've messaged me from the shower Saturday. Yeah, and you probably hadn't even rolled yet at that point. We all have a guilty pleasure that makes us gives us the warm fuzzies. It very, very short term boosts dopamine. I want you guys to kind of think of it like this. It's kind of like someone who desperate like and don't take this offensively. It's just like the most obvious, like you guys are gonna get it. It's like someone who is like unhealthy and they are just eating a crap ton of sugar or whatever, right? And that hit of dopamine. I mean, I can't say anything. I ate a king size chocolate bar with almonds today and it felt great in the moment. But about 25 minutes later, I felt so gross. We do these short little things so like in the moment it just makes us feel better, but like is this like actually good for yourself long term? We have to show up and boss up and adult ourselves. We have to she who leads herself. Self-awareness. I am self-aware AF. When I get on a coaching call with Ainsley or Beck, I can list out exactly what my issues are, where I want to go, and that there's blurred lines in between. And I just say, tell me what it is that I need to do. Some people are not self aware, and that is okay. But I'm pretty sure that if you know you've got that guilty pleasure that takes up a lot of time, like you were saying, doom scrolling, Lauren, that is a lack of clarity on where you're going and the steps that you're supposed to be doing every single day to get there. I remember, Alicia, do you care if I talk about our conversation that we had when I was driving home from Illinois? So, um, on my way home from my grandma passing away, I was like, I am going to do calls the whole way home. 8.5 hour drive. I did 8 calls. It was actually awesome because I wasn't going to let myself go into a downward spiral. And I talked to Alicia and she was like, I'm just trying to figure out how many of you guys are going to, if you resonate with anything that I say, I want you to put yes. I don't care if it's 500 times. She said, I'm just trying to figure out how to make this work. Like, I have the kids and I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I just so badly, I want to go gold. Like, I really want this. I know that when I started my business, like, I was just drinking the happy juice, but like, I want to make the decision that I'm going to do this. But I'm just trying to figure out how all this is going to happen. And I said, well, you don't figure it out beforehand. You figure it out along the way, and then it just like comes together. What are you doing other than working though? Like, what's your figuring it out? And she's like, scrolling. And she goes, I mean, like, literally though, like, I'm just scrolling. We are not. There's nothing to figure out. We post, we message, we follow up, we grow our networks, we teach our teams how to do that. Go watch my Build This Shit Brick by Brick training. That's how we do it. There's nothing to figure out. What you're trying to figure out is how can I be enough? You already are. Stop it. So I told her, I want you to show up and just own this shit. Just stop it. Show up and own it. And from that day, she's owned it. And she went silver and she's on her way to gold. And she has an incredible team. And she's got a Facebook group for her potential. She made a freaking ebook. She's got a boot camp thing. She owned it. She's showing up as a gold well before the gold ever happened. Did God come to her house and whack her in the face with happy juice? No. Did I come to her house? No. Am I telling her to do what she needs to do every single day? No. Because she made the decision of what she wants. She's showing the heck up for it. No excuses. And she's getting it done. And she's just not wasting time doing stupid crap. She's going to bed at night. She doesn't feel guilty or bad because she knows that she gave it hell today. And that's what it's about. Number 7. This is my favorite. Own your story loudly. The more you are you, the more magnetic you become. Speak from your heart, post the messy, and tell the truth. I want to tell you guys something. This world has conditioned you to be quiet. This world has conditioned us to put ourselves in a box. I did that for a really long time. And I'm not a box kind of girl. I'm just plain and simple too loud for it. But being in the box it doesn't even actually feel safe. I say feel safe in quotes because how many of you guys actually feel good in the box? How many of you guys actually feel good watered down? No, because when we water ourselves down, you're watching everybody else that's out there doing what you want to do, and you're jealous and you feel like crap and you feel guilty and you shame yourself and you just chill in the box. I did that. And I know that from Dirty Dancing, they say nobody puts baby in the corner. And I'll tell you guys something. I'm going to be honest with you. My grandma was my best friend my entire life. She raised me like literally 2 peas in the pod. I've had like, you don't even understand. I talk to that woman every single day forever and ever and ever. And there was a season of my life where I got miraculously pregnant with Lucy. That was not planned. I gained like 40 pounds. I was suing the people that I bought a house from. My marriage was in shambles. I was having issues with people, other leaders in the company that I was with because they were jealous of what I'm doing. Just truly, that's what it is. I've come to terms with that now. And my world just imploded. And my grandma and I fought. I gave my grandparents a lot of money and did a lot of things for them that I really should not have done. I didn't know what I was messing with. And my grandma and I really had not talked for the last 6 years. Okay. And so I'm like, I want to do this with my business and I want to do that and I want to do all these things and I want to become and whatever. But I'm not doing Zooms because of my past experience. And I'm not doing this because one time my grandma said this to me and it made me feel terrible. How many of you guys can sit here? You can like totally trauma, like just dump all your trauma on me and tell me all the reasons why, the people who hurt you, the times that, and I'm not discounting that they hurt you. Like my daughter was in the hospital and like almost went blind and it was real bad. That was legit. That was a real thing. That was trauma. I have PTSD from that. But I'm going to tell you guys something. When my mom called me and said, "I don't think things are going well for grandma." And I told Will and he said, "You need to leave and you need to go there." And I left the next day. The first thing that I said to my mom, I'm not crying about it. The first thing that I said to my mom was that I don't want to rehash what happened. I just want to move on from it. I don't want to have to talk about it. I don't want to fight about it. I don't want to say I'm sorry. I don't want her to say I'm sorry. I want to move on. And you want to know what's such crap? Is all this time I was carrying all these reasons why I couldn't show up how I wanted to and chase my dreams and be the person that you guys need me to be and my highest self because I had all this crap to carry and all my trauma. And in one moment, all of a sudden, grandma's passing away, and like that, none of it mattered anymore. And I came home and realized how much absolute, sorry if your kids are up, bullshit that is. It was stupid because it actually doesn't matter. And I let it go. I want you guys to know that you are not who you used to be. You are not the things that you have gone through, but it makes up who you are today. And that is your story. And you cannot be ashamed of it. You are not the only one. You are not the only one that's gotten into your car and put your key in or pressed the button and it didn't start. You're not the only one that's up to their eyeballs in credit card debt. You are not the only one that right now, as we speak, are trying to figure out how in the world you're going to buy food. You're not the only one. Through this vehicle, you share your story of your experiences of where you have been and you connect to people authentically and you tell them where you're going. And that is how you will build this business. That is how I had 100,000 just random people on my team. I remember I went to a top leader thing with the CEO of that company. And he said to me, "Jade, I have to ask you something." Will was standing there. And he said, "Out of all the people that are here, you have the most people here, but all of you are so different. Like, you guys live in different places, you're different ages, you're just all different." And everybody else kind of had their own cluster of brand. They were the same age, or they did the same things, or they lived in the same towns, and I didn't. And Will goes, "That's because Jade prisms herself." Have you guys ever seen a prism and light goes through it and then it like bursts out into a rainbow? I am not a single mom, but I can level with a single mom because my mom was. I've been through trauma, but maybe you haven't, but someone else that you know has and it hit you, right? I'm not divorced, but I can share my story of my divorced mom and I can level with you. Your story will connect. Stop keeping your story from people because the fact that you said yes and the fact that you keep going and the fact that you have not given up is more than anybody else can say. And that will change someone's life. You have everything that you need. You already do. And what you do today, the habits that you do today, that's going to take you to diamond in the future. Okay? Number 8, discipline is self-love in action. The version of you that you're becoming isn't motivated. Stop with the motivated crap. It has nothing to do with motivation. It's literally just habits. You don't have to think about blinking, right? You don't have to think about when there's something on the floor. You just pick it up, you throw it in the trash, and you move on. You don't think twice. It's just habitual. She doesn't negotiate with her calling. Stop it. The biggest thing, there is someone, I don't know if they're on tonight, there's probably many people, but she gets going and then she stops. And she gets going and gets really good results and then she stops. And she's like, well, crap, I need this. So I need to do this again. But it feels hard. And it's like, yeah, dude, because every time you stop, you got to freaking climb the damn mountain again. Over and over and over. That's the hardest part is climbing up the mountain, not even just walking on the mountaintops. Every time you stop and you pump the brakes to your success, it gets hard again because you have to create that momentum. So the answer is not stopping. You create those habits. You commit to your goals, and then all of a sudden, 30 days from now, I bet you Alicia can tell you it's really just habitual now. It's just if her kids are sick and crying or she's busy, it really doesn't matter. It's habitual for her to do the things that she's doing because she's just been doing them. And now it's just happening like she blinks. But it's not going to happen like that if you're only working once a week, or if you're only working every couple days, or you're only working when someone's talking to you. Oh, someone commented on one of my posts. That's a sign I'm going to be successful. No, there are no signs. The sign is that you're already here. Okay? The version of you're becoming is not about motivation. There's no podcast, no book, no TikTok I can send you, no voice message that I can send you to keep you motivated. You already have to be committed. You already have to have the commitment. That's when I can chiropractic you to going to where you want to go. Okay? Your energy is your brand. People feel you before they hear you. Show up online like the woman who knows she's going big. Fake it till you make it. You are Christine, who is building a 6-figure business from your phone. In your kitchen, with your accent, with the kids, with the family nonsense, and you're just showing them how the hell you're doing it. And you're building a 6-figure business just like that. Okay? You are Lauren, pregnant with your second kid, working a job, building a 6-figure business. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Walk like a duck, talk like a duck, and you are a duck. It just manifests itself. Manifest is like touching your face right here. I'm scared I'm gonna get a pimple, and all of a sudden a pimple comes. Well, yeah, because you put the germs there on your face. So then here a pimple manifested. You put that energy out, the ripple goes out just like in the water, and it comes back. Okay? I promise you, if you start to show up like you're already making $4,000 a month, that confidence, the way you would walk, the consistency that you would have, the way you would be like, of course I'm going to talk to so-and-so about the business. I'm making $4,000 a month. It would be ridiculous not to get started. That confidence, show up with that now and mark my words. You will make $4,000 a month. Declare it and move like it's done. Declare what you're calling in for June. Speak it out loud. Write it down and move as if it's already yours. Move like it's already yours. On the days it's quiet, on the days that things are popping off, do not only work your business when things feel good. That is why we have a roller coaster business, okay? Now, I want to end you guys with this and let me know if you have any questions. Just goes to show what I'm talking about. This is Lennox. This is my daughter, Lennox. This is my little miracle who had cross eyes and was going blind and had blood clots in her brain and was horrible, okay? This is my sweet girl. And this girl has been begging me since before school ended, Mom, dye my hair purple. And I was like, girl, we gotta hold on because I don't know. And she's like, dye my hair purple, Mom. So finally, last night, I got the dye and I put that purple in that girl's hair. And you would have thought I dunked her into a dragon fairy volcano encapsulated in magical fairy dust. And she was birthed again as My Little Pony unicorn, one of the people from the Isle of the Lost from Descendants. Okay? Her and Lucy. Like, you didn't even know. And here my girl is with her purple hair, flicking it around. She just owns the place. Have you guys ever like put an outfit on or gotten your hair done and you were like, oh my God, I am hot And I'm getting pregnant again. Thank you. I mean, you just felt yourself, right? But this is what I want to know. In the bottle of hair dye that I actually got from the dollar store, which it was good stuff. It was from Dollar General. And I have to tell you, as a hairstylist, I was like, this shit's really good, by the way. It was $5 in case you want to know what it is. But there was not confidence in that bottle. There was no magical fairy dust. There was nothing but a color that I put on her hair. But it was how she rose to be her highest self, literally just in that moment. One thing that I want you to know about Lennox is that she actually acts like that every day. Every day before she goes to bed, we say, I am beautiful. I am strong. I'm an amazing friend. I am a money machine. I'm an amazing sister. I am so successful. That is who she is at her core. She didn't know anything about it before. It's just what she has told herself over and over and over and over and over. So really, this purple just like highlights who she already thinks she is. You guys have to stop waiting for someone to put purple in your hair for you to show the heck up as the highest version of yourself. It does not matter that you look like trash right now. It does not matter that your house is falling apart. It does not matter that you are up to your eyeballs in bills. It does not matter that you are up to your nuts in stress. It does not matter. I want you to own that every single day, no matter what. Okay? Do you guys have any questions before we end? How do you feel? Did you take away something? Also, you better take a freaking picture of this and put it in your stories and tag me and let people know that one of your favorite things about this business is that you have help, training, and support. Because 80% of the reason why that people are not getting started is because they're afraid that they're not going to know what they're doing. But when you show them that they have a community of people who actually care, you're not just a number. You're not a number to me. That's going to mean a lot to them. Okay. Can I take the spotlight off? I can. I mean, I might still be spotlighted, but I don't know. I see all of you. I screen recorded. Thank you. Okay, a little stuff today. The bills. Yep, it's a real thing. Okay. So what's the best way to do that? I want you to go make a dream board and I want you to put pictures, mine's right here, of the things that matter to you. And I want you to get up and I want you to look at that sucker. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to just feel the feeling of you opening up your $4,000 paycheck and what it would feel like. I want you to feel the feeling of what it would be like getting on one of our Zooms and sharing your story about how you doubted yourself, all the things that you went through so freaking much, and it was so damn hard, but you never gave up. And I want you to feel that. And I want you to think about what it would feel like for you to pay off your car, what it would feel like for you to not struggle. I want you to feel those things. And then you're going to open your eyes and you're going to turn around and you're going to go do the damn thing as that version of you who's already done it. It's already there. There's a version of you in the time frames that's already done it. Okay? So, June is going to be a big month. How many of you guys are ready to shift? And not just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh, and I'm really, really quick before we get off, okay? I know this is long, but I don't even give two craps. I want to call up Becky, okay? You guys, I've known Becky forever. Becky's been on my team for like ever, okay? And she has just been plugging the frick away. She's been plugging away. She's been faithful. She's been trying the things. She's been going. She didn't give up. And you guys, last month, I think this was your first month ever, Becky, right? She enrolled 10 brand partners. 10 freaking brand partners. Becky is coachable. She is willing. She is excited. She is exactly what you need to be successful at this business. And she is freaking doing it. So Becky, first of all, we all want to like love on you and shout you out. And you guys, she's just following the TikTok method thing that's in our boards. There's nothing special that she's doing, but it was in her mind. I asked to unmute you. Are you able to unmute?
Yes. Hi.
Wait, where are you? Oh, there, look at it. Girl, it's 9 p.m. freaking Central. And look how good she looks. Okay,
Oh,
so,
thank you.
okay, and she's coming to convention. So, can you just give like, I mean, outside like the physical things that you're doing, because it truly like isn't anything special. It's literally just in the board, it's the training. But like you kind of had said to me that there was like a shift and you just stayed dedicated. So just talk about that for a second, because I think that that's what people need to hear.
Okay. You put me on the spot.
I know.
I didn't know I was going to be talking tonight, but here we are. Okay. So, yeah, it was like, so when came to Mari, I was like, I'm going to only enroll customers. And I had my mind set up that I was just going to enroll customers and do that thing, just do, promote all the way to the top of customers. And I made a shift somewhere in between. And the reason being that I had that mindset was fear and doubt of, enrolling brand partners and, being a leader, and just I let that like consume me. But it was like a decision that I made that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna switch gears and I'm going to focus on brand partners and do the TikTok growth guide and just stay at it. And it was like 3 or 4 months ago. So it's not like one thing that I did. It's been months of behind the scene work that I've been putting in and staying consistent. And it was like 3 months in, and I'm like, I don't know if this is working. I don't, nothing was really popping off. But I mean, I was planting those seeds, and like there was this like moment of like, I was like this close to feeling like it's not working and I'm just gonna like give up, or I'm gonna push through and I'm gonna keep going. And I pushed through and I keep going, and I kid you not, it was like that week things started popping off. So I just had to like let go of like my own timeline and what I thought when I thought success was going to happen for me. And I kind of had to just let go and like believe that, like, I know that if I put in the work continuously and I just don't give up, that in my time, I will reap the benefits of the seeds that I was planting. And so that's really all it was. It wasn't like this big thing. It was just months of consistency, but also pushing through those times when I felt like I wanted to give up and I felt like things weren't working, that I was just like, I'm just going to keep showing up behind the scenes. And it's been crazy because after I made that decision and things just started exploding. I mean, my TikTok's going crazy. I actually enrolled 11 brand partners last month. It's
Oh, mother.
crazy because I went from enrolling like, I had enrolled like 10 customers before, but I went from enrolling like hardly any brand partners to like enrolling crap ton of brand partners. I mean, my TikToks reached like 1 million people last month, and like I've got crazy viral reels with like 5,000 comments and like just hundreds of people coming to me. And it's crazy. It's exciting. It's overwhelming. But it's really just the things that I've done consistently that led me here, and like just not really giving up and pushing through, my doubts and my fears and all the things, and just doing the things regardless of how I felt.
Yep. So what this looks like, you guys, is okay, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna keep going and I'm believing it's gonna happen. And you keep on trucking and you keep on trucking. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And then you get a little bit of something and you're like, oh damn, it happened. Okay. And that grows your belief. The belief that you had before anything happened. So then you keep on trucking and you're like, okay, this is gonna happen. All right, this is gonna happen. Oh, something a little more happened. Okay, this is good. All right, I'm going to keep going. And then you keep going and you keep going, and a little bit more happens. And so, yes, the results that you get build your belief, but really what it is just gasoline on the fire of the belief that you had well before anything happened. I talked to Courtney Grutza last night or the night before, And she said, well, yeah, my stuff goes viral. Like it's going viral because I believe it's going viral. But she believed that it would go viral. Well, you don't have to go viral, guys, in order to be successful, but she believed that it was going to work for her before it did. So she kept going and then it started to work. And then she was like, okay, it's working. Of course it's going to work because I believe it's going to work. So it kept working. And because it was working, she believed it was going to work, but it was working because she already believed that it was going to work. Does that make sense? You have to believe that a sandwich will come from the peanut butter jelly and bread before the sandwich is ever built. And then you put it together and then you eat. You don't eat first. You have to think of it in different terms so you like get it. Do you know what I'm saying? Becky, I'm so freaking proud of you. And I told her, and the next thing is now there's new things that she gets to be nervous about and navigate. How to lead, how to help a whole bunch of people, what it looks like to do placement, what happens if someone quits. But I said, listen, you keep doing what you're doing regardless. And you are going to have out of 10 people really good ones that come from that are going to just explode your business. And like I said before, it's the people that you enroll in the moments and the seeds that you plant in the moments when you don't give up and you keep going, even when you have your biggest doubts. That's when you enroll your most incredible life-changing people. So I'm really proud of you, Becky, and I can't wait to see you at Disney. So there's still time for you guys to get your tickets to Disney. Convention at Disney is literally like, this has been on my dream board, like a secret dream of mine to go there with my team for literally forever. This is like, I'm so excited. We're getting new products, a new Happy Juice flavor. I don't know what I'm supposed to say any of that. And we're gonna have so much freaking fun. And if you guys are able to go, please go, because I promise you, you will never leave convention going, oh my God, I wish I didn't do this. Like it will just solidify your belief. Being around people who are also amazing, it just grows your fire, okay? So I love you guys so much. Thank you for hopping on. Let me know what your aha moments were. I'll get this loaded up, and I hope that you guys have an amazing, 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 amazing night. Okay?